Hello Gemini, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, this is Blazer the Morkie, and we're here with your reading for the next 10 days. So today we're going to be pulling a card for your overall energy. We're going to take a look at your energies, the energies connected to you, and then how those energies mingle, dance, and interact in the middle. We'll close it off with an oracle card for the Gemini collective. Keep in mind, these are general readings, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. You can check out your sun, moon, rising, and north node for additional context and texture. And then also check out the description below because I have lots of links to booking personal readings, contributing, donating, helping me build the channel, connecting on social media, and I'd love for you to be a part of that. Okay, so Gemini, let's get your overall energy here from the Wildwood Tarot. Okay, so Gemini, you got the Six of Stones or the Six of Pentacles, and in this case it says exploitation. So Gemini, I'm wondering if you're feeling a bit agitated or if you just feel very vulnerable and exploited by someone or something. Let's see what we got here. Whew. In some cases, this makes me feel like for some of you, this could be having to do with the aftermath of a natural disaster. So I'm so sorry if you've been a part of something like that. That could be where you're just like, where do I go now? You know, what do I do now? I'm trying to build back, and some of the things that I had in place were destroyed or shuffled up, and you're trying to figure things out. So on your side here, you get the Seven of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Knight of Swords. Very interesting. Your heart is definitely involved in this. I'm wondering here if there hasn't been some sort of betrayal that's happened with this other person, and you are working on healing that. You've got the energy of really being crystal clear about some part of this and really wanting to cut to the chase and get down to things. This may have, whatever happened here may have left you feeling a bit like, how am I going to make things work in my practical world, right? So that's what you're looking at right now. But we do have love involved here. Could have been your love of your home that was destroyed, something like that. Could have been a relationship that has experienced a betrayal. Doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be a friendship or a business partnership of some kind. On their side, they get the Temperance card, the Nine of Swords, and the Strength card. You may be dealing with a fire sign here, Gemini. I've got Sagittarius and Leo energy that's standing out to me here. They seem like they were just... This seems like a person to me who needed to do something, but they just kind of waited and let things happen without really taking the appropriate action that they needed to take. They're definitely someone who is stressed out. I don't know if it's about you in this situation or they just, something keeps them up at night. Maybe they're bothered by how they behaved in a certain circumstance or situation. They're having to be really strong to, it kind of feels like, carry on after this. So they may feel a bit tied up in this. If this is somebody you experienced like a hardship with, it would just make sense that you're processing it one way, they're processing it another way. In the connective energies, that both of you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Justice card in the energies that you're sharing. That is about building back or building and having balance and having something, maybe a legal matter come through for you. I know for people who are part of like natural disaster reliefs, having to work through the tedious and completely scamish like organizations that do not get people what they need when they need it. That might be taking some time. That might be what the two of you are dealing with together. But this also indicates that the foundation of the two of you and your energies together is working hard to rebuild and having a balanced connection with the truth. So if this is more of a like a romantic betrayal or exploitation, this person sat on the truth or sat on it. It almost feels to me too like this is somebody who would like break up with you in a text or a post-it note. Lame. Totally lame. Right? Or it's just in some situation this was their behavior, you know? So for the 7 of Pentacles on your side, you get the 5 of Cups and the 10 of Wands. Wow, you're really shouldering some of the practical and emotional burdens of this connection. That could be why exploitation and vulnerability kind of came up, leaving you kind of so burdened with things that needed to be done. Maybe this also is an indicator that you have dealt with quite a bit of things that needed to be dealt with, and now you're having a chance to feel your grief. So anytime there's something that happens where we feel vulnerable and exploited, whether it's romantic connection, whether it's something big, a job loss or something like that, we immediately deal with the burdens of that thing that has happened, right? And it feels like you have, and it feels like now you're trying to focus on maybe resolving the emotions that you have within you. There's a lot of sadness here, a feeling of loss, a feeling of letdown. Let's look at this Lover's card, the Fool and the 2 of Pentacles. There's like this part of you, Gemini, that thinks about starting fresh, that thinks about a new beginning, that takes into consideration how you want to move into these new energies after this betrayal or exploitation, or just feeling, this could be something where someone betrayed your trust, right? So you're really spending more time considering if you want to really start fresh with that, with either it be that person or someone else, a new job perhaps or something like that. It feels like an energy of, I'm not just going to take anything that's offered up. I need to consider and weigh my options. It's important for me to do that so that I can see where the best next step is. Now, in the Knight of Swords here, you're giving me, I feel like this is more your natural Gemini energy, and you're giving me a sense that you know, but do you? You got the Devil and the 4 of Swords. I think there's an aspect of you, Gemini, who may have moved into healing up your emotions around this, and you are very insistent that you not be controlled, taken advantage of, exploited again with this Devil energy, because the Knight is actually moving toward that to cut it down with the Sword of Truth, which is also showing up in the connecting energies here that you have with this other person or this energetic situation here. So your strength, your vigor is coming back. You have a renewed courage about cutting through the nonsense and not operating in those burdened energies anymore. Let's look at the Temperance card for this other person. Like I said, could be a Sagittarius, the 3 of Wands, and the Empress. Yeah, they sat back and waited and did nothing when they needed to take some sort of action. There was some sort of embodied action this person had the choice of making, and instead they just sat there and like watched everything happen around them. This could also be, if this is your partner and you went through a natural disaster together, they kind of shut down on you a little bit. You know, maybe you needed them to be strong in the situation and kind of take up the reins for something, and they felt pretty powerless. I can tell you that. They felt pretty powerless in the situation, weren't really able to see their embodied opportunity there. It's just like they hesitated for too long. I mean, this could even be something like you were buying a house and somebody you're working with, you're trying to get like the best interest rate or something, and somebody dropped the ball. That could be the situation too here. It's going to express differently because this is a general reading for different Geminis here. What keeps this person up at night with this Nine of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the King of Cups? This person definitely has the intention to come back around in a victorious manner, to really have a comeback after having something break down. I think there's an issue with them with this King of Cups, maybe needing to understand how to really love themselves through whatever they've dealt with here, through even their mistake or their hesitation that they made. This could be somebody who is beating themselves up about something here as well, where they had an opportunity, they feel like they made the wrong choice, it caused a problem, and it's kind of like they're beating themselves up. Like, I'm the problem, I don't deserve this, you know, kind of maybe even getting into a little bit of the poor me. But they want to come back out of these energies. For the Strength card, they got the King of Swords and the Nine of Cups. This person definitely should not be in seclusion right now. Being isolated or in seclusion is not going to be what's best for them. They need to be social and around people. They might be the kind of person that their mind is kind of set in one direction, and they're kind of locked down on that mindset. And it's about opening their heart. It's about being strong enough to open the mind to the heart so that that channel can replenish itself and help the progression of the emotions that they need to work through and how they see themselves. This could have to do with self-image for them. Let's look at this Eight of Pentacles in the connecting energies here. From your side comes the Knight of Cups. From theirs, the Ace of Pentacles. I actually like the way these energies are coming together. This person does need to understand how to love themselves. And with you coming in with the Knight of Cups and showing them that, like, hey, if you work at it, if you put your heart into things, if you show up with that open heart, it's going to work out better for you. They want forgiveness and a new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. They want to be able to start over and show you how they can build up again. And the totem of the buck is coming up for them, like and it's holding the pentacle in its horns. So that's a pretty striking position there. This could absolutely be somebody that you went through something tough with, not that you caused upon each other, but it has affected you both in different ways, and you're each kind of working on this. But you're definitely helping them with the love. They're definitely focused on getting things back, getting the foundations back in the practical world. For the Justice card, you come in with the Hanged Man energy. They come in with the Two of Swords. Because of their self-image, I feel like this person just doesn't always, they're not always completely honest with you or with other people or with situations, but it's because they're not honest with themselves. Not that that makes it okay, but they can't see clearly within themselves. It has to do with their self-worth. And you're doing all the right things here, Gemini. This could, for some of you, this could be you and a child, right? Like, and you've been through something together, and you're really trying to help them look at things from a different perspective. I really feel your efforts going into this, Gemini, going into this relationship and this situation, because you understand the magnitude of what's at stake here. We all go through phases in our lives and our incarnations where we question our value, our worth. We've made mistakes. We feel like a failure. That this other person you're connected to definitely feels like that. And you're coming in and saying, yeah, it's okay, but it's okay. And aligning your heart with your mind will help you get through it, will help you move through these energies. Let's get you a card from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle to close off your reading today. Gemini, you got the gift of neutrality, the number 34 card. Balance is at work in your life. Yin and yang are opposites in energy, but reside side by side to create the gift of neutrality. Reflect on your behaviors and how you are living. Does your current lifestyle express the truth of you? Look for ways to bring yourself into balance with your true spirit. Balance comes through self-effort. Begin the process of harmonizing all the areas of your life by dedicating time to everything that is most important to you. Doing this will create a sense of joy, freedom, and overall rejuvenation. You are being shown the importance of action versus inaction. Become aware of how you think about things and respond to your environment. And Gemini, I really believe you've been doing that. You've been really trying to balance out with this other person's energy so that the two of you can come to a more neutral place after something that's been difficult and painful. And getting back to that place of neutrality, that's where the clarity comes in so that you can move forward, they can move forward, and if it's meant to be that you two move forward together, you will. Gemini, thank you so much for joining. I can't wait to see you next time.